Hey all, Lisa here. If you go to sleep at night and feel like you've done something, more than likely you have. We consider this that you work for the army of the Lord or you're working for the army of the bad guys. Either way, I'm speaking to you. These theorems are based on Dolores Cannon's work, reading the Bible, and my own personal experiences. And when I talk about the dream time, it's like when you get to your part of your awakening, when you get beyond the running thoughts and you get to your quietude, you become more self-aware, more self-actualized, then you can start seeing things visually, specifically if you're a visual person, and thereby that is when the 5D reality becomes like a technology. It's actually, you're actually tapping into the etheric dreamtime space, and lots of things go on out there. That's where people are compulsed. You can be tagged by evil people to put demons on you. There's all sorts of stuff that can go on out there. And then some of us are actually like earth angels and we quantumly entangle with people and unbeknownst to us. And it's supposed to happen naturally in the dream time. We actually help other people. And it's supposed to happen naturally in the dream time to where you really aren't cognizant of this stuff happening. But however, I feel like with the disruption of the ionization of the atmosphere and other things, people with energy weapons, we are coming out of it. And it is like, here we are, we're living in more than one reality. Now, it's come to my attention through a tarot reader. Um, I was on the fence about coming out and speaking today. Pastor Levi of Fresh Life Church has been going over the 7 deadly sins. Last week it was anger, and I cried. I cried in the church, and I had to leave before he even asked people. I had to leave because I didn't want to talk to anybody about it, and it took me a while to process that. And today it was greed, and Benedict Cumberbatch and I had quite a conversation about that, and he said I could mention his name, but hereafter I'm going to call him Victor. Um, anyway, it came to my attention. I am going to make a statement about greed and how Pastor Levi's sermon affected me yet again, and I cried. But the funny part of this is that there's a famous woman, and I'm just going to say her name, Catherine Winnick, I guess, has a platform. I wouldn't understand why she would talk about anything, but, that's her business. But I hear she complained about my popcorn ceilings. And I wasn't aware that that was a thing to complain about. But be that as it may, I'm going to give you a rundown, short history of my story. The reason why I'm here is I felt like my ex-husband, Greg, was going to kill me. There was a door in the basement that it was like a mystery where this door came out of perfect vehicle, one of those hollow doors to carry somebody out that was either passed away or had been unalived. He created two raised bed things in the garden and is like, then never did anything with them. So I had to leave. Okay, so I quit claim deed my half of the house to my son, for he has autism, and I didn't want him to get pushed out by another woman, which I knew Greg had another woman. Come to find out, he had plenty of other women, and I wasn't aware of that. And not only that, but he did with men too. I'm grateful that I'm clean of any disease. At any rate, I'm here. I walked away from everything, okay? When I say I walked away from everything, so here's this famous woman talking about me, like, who am I to her? And then how would she know I have popcorn ceilings unless she has invaded my privacy? But I think they have because I'm in the zoo. Accordingly, I'm into Trent Reznor's zoo. and then they think they're gonna intimidate me in 5D, and you guys have no idea what this is like, okay? Targeting and harassment by very famous rich people. To me, look, I only have 25 subscribers, so like, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on here, right? Anyway, I thought I'd show you my groovy little apartment. The rain doesn't come in. I'm dry. I scrimp pennies to be here. And so I'm going to show you my popcorn ceilings so you can know firsthand that I actually do. I don't know if you can see the popcornishness of them, but I do have very popcorny ceilings. And I'm going to give you a little rundown of my little place. Look, I got this beautiful window, and see all the tchotchkes I have in there. I'm working on making walking sticks since Elon Musk and them won't let me get a job. And they come behind me, and if they'll convince and control. And so I'm making little art things. There's my painting of the Gulf. There's my computer I haven't plugged in yet, because when you're cyber stalked and targeted, it's kind of, what's the point? There's all my supplies and my bicycle. I can't afford to get it fixed yet. This is the table upon which I do your card pulls on Monday. Right now I made a few new cards. There's my little hutchie thing, Come to find out, my mom spent a lot of money on that, but it was my money she spent. Here's my little messy kitchen. Look, I haven't done my dishes yet, Miss Winnick. Do you want to complain about that? And look, oh my God, I made chicken broth, and I have a potato soup going, and that's probably not bougie enough for you. But look, I have a very fashionable teal teapot. Look at the painting of the lemons I did. There's the painting of Ben that never got to Europe because somebody's been messing with our mail. My daughter did that painting of the horse. Oh, look, a friend of mine from college did that painting. And here's the little bathroom I have. I have to tell people, please stop shitting in my toilet, because Miss Winnick has people come in here, and then when they put the dust cameras in, they actually shit and use my toilet paper. And here's my nasty little bedroom. Look, I barely made my bed, and I've got clothes everywhere. Oh my gosh. And there you are, a little so you can, all you bougie people out there, so I know, Trent's got the zoo, and you like to look into people's lives, so I thought I'd give you a show of I think it's my kids think it's a groovy little apartment. What the F? I don't have things crawling on me. I keep it relatively clean. Right now it's messy because I've been doing stuff, so you're welcome to criticize me, Ms. Winnick, since you were living in a home with my name on it, but you weren't paying me rent. So I wonder why you feel like you have the right to even mention my name, since you do crime in my name. And I just wonder how that's all going to shag out. Anyway, let's go beyond that 5D stuff. I'm quantumly entangled with Victor. We had quite an interesting conversation. I came home from church, and he was concerned why I was crying. And if I cry, forgive me. This is how I feel. He talked about greed, and I told Victor, yes, why are you crying? Well, I hunger for the millions of dollars I never got to enjoy. I hunger for the life that was robbed from me. And that's a form of greed. I'm greedy for what I never had. And then I know Victor, we've gotten passionately entangled. which please people is very, it's a touchy thing because people could come in and pretend to be other people, and Vic and I have been fighting this battle. It's just been atrocious. I told him, because in my head he's a fantasy. Is this a fantasy because I don't have a husband anymore and I hunger for Victor? And so it's greed. I'm greedy for what I've never had. So that's why I cried today. And then I have to hear about some famous bitch, and I'm going to call her a bitch because if you're so fucking famous and high on the totem pole, why would you want to put anybody down? Like, I know if I get to meet Victor for real in real life, and I had to say to Victor, I said to Victor today, I apologize to you for, because he feels my need. He feels my need for him, and I forget that he's a person of the world. Like, he belongs to the world. But all I know is if I enter that man's life and I belong to the world, even if somebody's doing something stupid on YouTube, why would I want to trot on them? I don't understand the whole thinking. And you started it. I didn't start anything. It's just that you don't like that I've awakened to what's happened to me. And I told Victor too. I told Victor this. I feel sorry for you, Miss Winnick, for what's going to happen to you. Because when you lose everything, it's really a harsh pain in the heart. So my heart kind of goes out for you for making fun of me. And then in the reality, scheme of all reality, I don't know, do you do too many drugs? Because you're going to lose everything just by making fun of me and having stolen my identity. And then you want to make fun of me? It's weird. I don't get it. Anyway, my heart goes out for you. And I just thought the voyeurs who watch me through Trent Zoo, you would like to see my little hovel, and you can all talk about how crappy my furniture is and what bad taste I have, and oh, she's got clothes all over her. Yeah, I'm just a regular person. And it gets kind of grimy sometimes when you're all alone. Anyway, that's all I have to say today. I hope I didn't say too much. But I know you all can't do anything to me. You can't take me to court for defamation because you've defamed me far greater. Anyway, remember, a lot of you are amazing, and I love most of you. Bye now.